Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Bramble Fox. And for this layout I'm using the Captured Moment Perspective from the Captured Moment Perspective set. So it's quite a square perspective, so I decided I'm actually going to pair that with a couple of square photographs, and I've brought in some ephemera and paper, all by 49 and Market, and they're all in shades of blues, greens, whites, a little bit of yellow I think there, and I've picked those colours because that's the colours that's in the photographs. So I've cut the white cardstock down, and I'm going to layer it over a teal piece of paper, and that's from the Spectrum Gardenia collection. It was one of their painted foundations, and I'm just looking at making 3 clusters down the page. At this stage I'm just trying to see what works from the ephemera I've got, because I've mixed up some of the 49 and Market collections here. I'm definitely picking things just by their colours really, and their shape and size. I'm not too worried about mixing them all together. I want a nice mix of the blues and greens throughout the 3 clusters. And obviously I've reversed the center one, so I'm hoping it's going to give a nice visual with the squares being alternate. That's the plan at this stage, but I'm literally seeing what I've got and what I can make work. I want the title to be in the center because these photos were taken at a very special occasion, and I want to showcase that in this layout. I do find this sort of layout is a really good way to use up lots of bits and pieces if you've got parts of a collection that you've not used. So I know that people like do a killer kit type thing. So when you're using lots of bits and pieces, I am using some duplicates in different colours, but you wouldn't need to necessarily do that. But I do find this a great way to use up lots of bits and pieces. I'm kind of happy with the way that's looking, so I decide to move it all off and sew round the white cardstock with my sewing machine. And then I'm actually now going to hone in and decide exactly what I want in each of the 3 clusters from the bits that I gathered, because I was literally just placing things on top of each other, and now I'm going to be a little bit more sensible about what I want there. Some of the bits with 49 and Market you need to trim yourself, they're in the packaging, so I'm making sure I'm doing that as well. So let me tell you a little bit about these photographs. So the photographs that I'm going to use, I printed them both square, were taken at my mum's 80th birthday in the spring of last year. And we were very lucky that we managed to get all the family together, immediate family together, and we had somebody come and take some professional photographs. I don't know whether you find the same, but when people get older, they don't really need much or as gifts, and we found it very difficult to know what to get. So in the end, we brought in a photographer to take some pictures of the family, and these are 2 of the pictures that were taken. It was a really nice day as well, which meant the pictures were outside, which means they go really well with the blues and greens that I've picked for the layout. They hold really great memories for me. There are more. These are just a couple of the ones, but we were really pleased with the way that they came out on the day. We took a couple of chairs out into the garden of a stately home for my mum and dad to sit on, and the rest of us gathered around them in various groups to have our pictures taken. So just seeing these photographs is really good. I really enjoyed the actual session as well. Everyone felt really relaxed, and I think that shows in the pictures. So as you can see, my hands are busy just trying to get some clusters together. I want them to be similar but different. The colours obviously are different in each one. I've got lots of bits from this collection, so I'm not being too precious about tucking bits behind each other. I found this black and white diagonal. There's quite a bit of that in 49 and Market. And I'm going to try and add a bit of that to each cluster as well, just to add a contrast to all the blues and greens that I've got in there. Also, because all these pictures were taken outside, I'm going to add some sort of leafy fronds to each of the collections as well. And I think in the end, I also add flowers to each one and hearts to each one. So just to get some continuity really across the clusters. They are similar anyway, but I think that just adds to it. So now it's coming to the middle cluster. I'm happy with most of the bits that I've got there, but I don't feel that the perspective pops enough. So I brought in a scrap of this quite bright green card, and I'm just making sure it's the same size as the photographs, and I'm going to use that as a basis to put the perspective on. So I'm just making sure I've got it to the right size. I want it to be quite bright, just for the just to make that perspective pop. So I would recommend that you check out the new perspectives in store at bramblefox.co.uk. There's always new perspectives being added to the store each month, and they also run something called the Fox Box and the Fox Box Plus. And if you haven't seen that before, recommend you check it out. It's a monthly subscription that comes through your letterbox. And the Foxbox has lots of perspective words and titles in it, and the Foxbox Plus has some paper snips and a stencil every month. The Foxbox Plus is my favourite. I'm absolutely in love with the stencils that Bramble Fox make, but by all means check it out on their website and see what's on offer. And yeah, so this set is definitely called the Captured Moment, and there's other pieces in that set as well. So I think I'm happy with those. The top and bottom cluster I've stuck together off camera, and I'm just add some finishing touches to the center one here. I want to add a little bit of journaling. I'm going to add a heart there. I'm tucking a couple of blue flowers in on the left, just to make sure there's blue in each of the clusters. I didn't feel like there was enough blue in this middle one. I'm going to use some wet glue to stick my perspective down as well. And then I feel like I'm pretty much cracked this. I will do some journaling on the journaling spot, and I'll add that before I take the final photographs. But really pleased with the way this come together. I think by echoing the square of the perspective, I think it's, well, in fact, it was the basis for the layout really, and I think it works really, really well. So that's all the dimension. Thank you very much for watching this video. There's the full image and some close-ups too. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Any questions about this layout or using perspectives or anything about the store, just add it to the comments below. So this is Sheena Rowlands for Bramble Fox. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.